Why are you drilling this lock right here?
Call Curtis investigates tonight. Locksmiths, after hearing from viewers who say they were ripped off.
His team went undercover to expose the darker side of the industry.
Well, lock yourself out of your house, your car, you're in a panic. But are some locksmiths preying on you when you're most vulnerable? We went undercover for you to find out. Locked out.
So I'm trying desperately to get in.
You call a locksmith.
Oh, thank you. You are a lifesaver.
But are some taking advantage?
This is way more than he quoted me.
After hearing horror stories,
I was so mad.
They're ripping people off.
we go undercover. Why are you drilling this lock right here?
He's not through with me, are you?
Still sharp at 92, Elizabeth Cadway is feisty.
At this age, I'm not going to give up cigarettes.
She insists the locksmith jacked up the price to $180 for a simple picking of her garage lock. It's the same price he quoted if he had to drill it.
Never drilled the lock. He never had a drill.
You watched him the entire time.
I watched him. I figured I'm getting ripped off here.
Pam Warfield says her $50 quote to get into her apartment multiplied to $300.
You feel taken advantage of.
Dudley Dufour paid $952 to have his house rekeyed after a burglary.
Once the work's done and the guy presents a bill, you're kind of screwed then.
So we set up a sting with 2 homes.
I have locked myself out of my house.
And how soon could you be out?
Before our undercover homeowners called these companies, we asked 2 veteran locksmiths to show us what it takes to pick these locks.
Boom. Yeah.
This is a real easy lock.
Should be able to get in within 5 minutes.
If they can't pick this quick set, they're in the wrong business.
A job during normal hours, they charge between $65 and $75.
Do you have a ballpark price you can give me?
Not over the phone, says our first locksmith.
Hi, I'm Joni.
I'm Daniel.
After checking the lock in person,
$160.
Really? You know, I've had this done before and it wasn't nearly that much money.
she reluctantly agrees to the work. It takes Daniel less than 2 minutes.
That was easy.
We decide to chat with him. Why were you going to charge us $160 for such an easy job?
This is what we charge.
That's a lot.
I know.
He says the company sets the prices. It's a free economy, and he only did the work after she agreed on the $160. So we paid him.
Can you give me an idea about how much this would be?
Our second locksmith, J&J's of Sacramento. Their phone quote, between $80 and $90.
Thank you for coming.
Locksmith Lloyd gets right to work, picking our lock in about a minute.
You're amazing.
Even more amazing,
What is the total again? I'm sorry?
It'll be 75.
75?
cheaper than the $80 to $90 quoted. Now our third company, 24/7 Locksmith.
I'm in my front yard and I'm locked out of my house.
The operator tells our undercover homeowner, Luann, prices start at $50 after 2 hours of waiting.
Well, it's been a long day.
Locksmith Mark arrives, and right away, he identifies a problem.
That one they might be difficult because
He says we have a commercial lock, which we know isn't true. The cost, $185, and he may have to drill it.
Oh, I don't want you to drill it. Oh gosh, my husband will be so angry with me. So you can't just pick it?
I'm gonna try. And
Okay.
like I said, this is a commercial.
He tries for exactly 52 seconds before this happens.
But that's, you have to drill it? Oh.
How's it going?
Good.
I'm Curtis Spink from Channel 13. How are you?
I'm very good.
Why are you drilling this lock right here?
I mean, I tried to pick it.
I can't believe you drilled this lock. We watched a guy pick this lock in 5 seconds.
Okay. Basically, we tried like 5 minutes. If we could not.
You didn't try for 5 minutes.
Okay, but the thing is,
Mark admits his company hasn't given him much training, and he's told to call this type of lock a commercial lock. He says he would have charged us the same $185 even if he picked it. So when we're told it's starting $50, there's no chance that we would ever just pay $50.
no. If I have my own company, it will not be over $50.
24/7 Locksmith is the same company Dudley and Pam used.
They're not being honest at all.
Shut them down and prosecute them.
You're the regulatory agency. What are you doing to stop this?
So when we get complaints, we investigate those complaints.
The state's Bureau of Security and Investigative Services admits there's an industry problem, but has only cited 17 locksmiths in 2 years. Do you think you're adequately protecting the public from these guys?
I think that we always wish we could do more.
But as the regulator, aren't you responsible for making sure people aren't getting ripped off?
We are responsible for doing everything we can given the resources that we have at our disposal.
Started working on.
At 92 years old, Elizabeth is disappointed.
Nobody tries to help anybody anymore.
Mark installed another lock for us and refused to take money for the job. Before he left, he admitted what he and his company have been doing hasn't felt right.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to do this job anymore.
Well, we reached out to 24/7 Locksmith about our findings. They never got back to us. When you open the phone book, Mark says several of the ads on there linked to one call center. We've learned the state has just 9 investigators statewide overseeing locksmiths, and those same investigators are responsible for looking into the state's security guards and alarm companies in this state as well.
Oh, boy. So what's your best advice when you have to hire one of these guys?
Well, like many companies, you probably want to have one lined up before you actually need them. You know, you could always ask for references, ask your friends, see who they use. If a locksmith won't give you a quote over the phone, that would be concerning to me. Experts tell us they should be able to give you a ballpark figure before getting out there. And when they show up, check their license. They have to show it to you, and you could compare it with their driver's license. You can also look online. We're going to show you how you could check the license of a locksmith online on our website, cbssacramento.com.